The state is trying to balance the short-term needs of Alaskans with the long-term needs of Alaska, with climate change advocates warning now is no longer the time to just go with the flow. Nick Harper, CNA, Alaska.
Authorities in Canada have made a shocking discovery at the site of a former residential school for Indigenous children. The school was set up more than a century ago to assimilate Canada's Indigenous people.
Authorities in Canada have uncovered the remains of 215 children, some as young as 3 years old, at the site of a former residential school for Indigenous students. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau described the discovery as heartbreaking. The children were students at the Kamloops Indian Residential School in British Columbia, which closed in 1978, according to the Tk'emlúps-Tissequapum Nation. Chief Roseanne Casimir said in a statement that their remains were found with the help of a ground-penetrating radar specialist. In 2015, a 6-year investigation into Canada's now-defunct residential school system found that it committed cultural genocide, forcibly separating Indigenous children from their families. The report documented horrific physical abuse, rape, malnutrition, and other atrocities suffered by many of the 150,000 children who attended the schools, which were typically run by Christian churches from the 1840s to the 1990s. It found more than 4,100 children died while attending the schools. That figure does not appear to include the previously undocumented discovery of the 215 children buried under what was once Canada's largest residential school.
There's nothing more painful in life than losing a child. My heart breaks today thinking of all the loving parents who never saw their children return home and who were never granted the dignity of knowing what happened.
In 2008, the Canadian government formally apologized for the residential school system. In a tweet, Trudeau called the news a painful reminder of that dark and shameful chapter of our country's history. The Tk'emlúps-Tissequapum Nation said it was reaching out to the home communities of the victims. They expect to have preliminary findings by mid-June.
Still to come, they are born to be wild. Over 100 macaques rescued from the back of a truck in Thailand. And a not-so-happy reunion. Chinese fans of popular sitcom Friends not pleased. Guest stars were cut out of scenes of a reunion episode.
Love city living? Singapore Property Show presents stunning developments in the core central region. The ultimate in luxurious living with access to the best high-end restaurants and boutiques right in the heart of town. Experience stunning 4D virtual tours of these properties and get expert advice on property investments at our webinars. It's all happening at sps2021.99.co. Register now. The Singapore Property Show 2021 is proudly organized by MediaCorp and our esteemed partners.
Every day, the financial world goes through dramatic rise and falls. We'll track the biggest market movers and show you where the opportunities lie. Get the experts' take on the performance of key indices. Plus all the analysis to help you understand forces driving global economies. The daily business news you need. Only on CNA. This segment is brought to you by Xeon Corporation.
Did driving a BMW ever make you more stylish? Well, maybe a little. Did driving a BMW ever make you more adventurous? Well, maybe a little. So, what does it take to make a huge change? Well, maybe a little. What's your reason not to change?
So little land with so many mouths to feed.
Land matters. The future is going to be really challenging.
Dan akhirnya dibuang seperti ini dengan mubazir sangat disayangkan sekali. Ini adalah solusinya.
We can turn Singapore into a protein powerhouse overnight, but people don't understand what we're doing.
Women farmers are the solution for the food security problem.
Race to Feed the World, Monday on CNA.
The Singapore authorities are investigating 38 people for breaching COVID-19 regulations at illegal public entertainment outlets. They include several teenagers. Police raided 2 places during the current period of heightened alert, which limits social gatherings to 2. In the first instance, about 2 weeks ago, officers found 9 people drinking alcohol and socializing at an industrial unit at Jalan Besar. Public entertainment and liquor were believed to have been provided at the venue illegally. Police also seized karaoke equipment. A 27-year-old man, believed to be the operator of the unit, is being investigated. A week later, police found 29 people involved in similar activities at an office unit in Paya Lebar. The youngest was 14 years old. 4 males between 15 and 18 years old were arrested for suspected drug-related offences. The 15-year-old is believed to be the operator of the unit. Those found guilty of providing public entertainment and supplying liquor without a licence may be fined up to 40,000 Singapore dollars. Thai wildlife authorities have rescued over 100 long-tailed macaques that were being smuggled in the back of a pickup truck. The truck was intercepted at a checkpoint while on its way to a Thai province bordering Cambodia. I was transporting the monkeys in blue mesh bags stashed together in various plastic baskets. The macaques could be seen struggling and gasping for air when authorities found them, some of them pregnant. Thai vets have set up a field hospital equipped with ultrasound scanners and breathing tubes to treat the macaques. 4 are in critical condition while 18 have died. The driver has been detained for wildlife smuggling. Much-awaited reunion episode of the popular sitcom Friends has left many Chinese fans furious. Popular guest stars were cut from some scenes. They include singers Lady Gaga and Justin Bieber and Korean boy band BTS. The missing artists have all caused controversy in China. Lady Gaga and Justin Bieber have been banned from performing in China. Last year, BTS upset the Chinese Communist Party for its remarks about the Korean War. The local version streamed on Chinese video platforms also removed all references to LGBT community. The episode was several minutes shorter than the show released on HBO Max on Thursday. The sitcom about 6 white New Yorkers is extremely popular among Chinese millennials. Many took to social media to vent their frustration. They said they had been looking forward to watching the Friends reunion for weeks. Some questioned why Chinese censors can't just let them enjoy a good sitcom. Well, that is Asia Tonight. Your headlines anytime at cna.asia. Also look for us on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter. Bye-bye.
Look forward to brighter skies. The weather, sponsored by Qatar Airways.
The weather, sponsored by Qatar Airways.
Myanmar, opening its doors to the world, but still much work is needed. The journey hasn't been easy, with pressure from within and without. Twists and turns line the way, but even when it's down, this country never stops trying. This is a country that can bank on its people. people who have the power to chart Myanmar's path, and people who have stored